Is that one of those guys?
What color is that?
Is that one of those guys?
Yeah.
Is
that toxic?
I don't know. That's the problem. You'd have to say that. I don't know. That looks the closest to toxic to me, but we don't have toxic, so meh. I'm at a meh. I have no way of actually knowing. But yes, they're very bright.
Oh no, my stream's not working.
Mine?
I don't know. Angelo, can you guys see this? Would you mind letting me know in the comment section? Unfortunately, I don't see video, so I don't even know if this is working. But you're saying, does it match? Is it close? I'm not even 100% sure if that's from the toxic set. Is it? That's just a crap key that we have. And the camera... it's actually closer in real life, I think, than it is on camera. You saw my hand. Okay, that's cool. Look, does it look like I'm pressing on the key? Let's see how long the lag time is. Okay, so the lag time is about 25 seconds. That's a little bit long, but great. Brock says he can see and hear. That's amazing. Useful. Yeah, it's instantaneous for you, but I'm about 20 seconds lagged. It's just the way it goes, really. But the question was from Angelo Lucetti. Is that close enough? The lime green TKL to the toxic? Unless you know of another DCS set that comes in this kind of...
Well, the camera makes it look awful. What about the other view?
I don't know. Let's switch to the other view and see if that makes it look better. This camera's really struggling. There you go. That's...
At least they look kind of similar now.
Yeah.
If that's a toxic one, which I think it is, but can't confirm nor deny.
Says Stephanie, who's not colorblind. So it's probably better to take it than from me.
If that's a toxic keycap, then it matches beautifully. If it's not a toxic keycap, then that keycap matches beautifully.
Yeah. If it's not, there's a beautiful toxic green keycap here that would probably make an awesome set wherever it's from. Does that answer your question? It looks slightly yellower, but is that just the shine of the plastic? I personally, yes, I think it is.
Definitely a lime green.
They're both lime green. What's awesome about this, Brock, is that you and I are now having a conversation about it, but it appears that Angelo has left. So, whatever. We'll show it to him again when he's back. Yeah, this camera now is really super sharp and super clear, and this one sucks. Okay, I'm just going to touch it with my finger here, see if I can't. That's a little bit. No, it's still shit, right? Well, for a long time, I thought that this camera sucked, and now I've figured this one out. It's beautiful. Maybe I should twist it a little bit so it's a little bit like, yes. Maybe that's too much. What's neat about this one is I've got it so I can do this too. Just a little bit higher. Oh, a beauty. Anyways. Oh, Angelo says, I'm here. Angelo, damn it, did you see this? Did you see this? That's the keycap with the better colored render. It's pretty darn close. I don't know. Did you see that? If you didn't see it, your time is up. Oh, and Brock says, no Star Wars talk yet. Too soon for that. Too many haven't got to go to it yet. I haven't seen it. Please don't ruin it. But let me tell you, I'm excited to hear that it's good. And Trevor in another chat window is saying, anybody who spoils the film gets banned. So when he gets here, I am genuinely going to give him moderator access so he can decide if somebody has to be banned. It's harsh, but it's the way it is. So last time we were here, we were playing with this keyboard. Today we're not going to do that. We're going to pull my Cool back out and pull the keycaps off that. And I'm going to put the... I've got the Unicorn Puke that was on my Cherry MX Greens, so I'm going to put that to better use by... I'm going to put that to better use by using it on this Cool. Now I'm just gonna pop this open and then leave it for 1 second because you guys can stare at this beautiful beast for 1 second. But I just want another screen to be on because I can only have one window open at the moment. This is really chugging my CPU. So I'm just going to get that thing turned on just so I can have a look at all things one up at the same time as I'm doing this. So this is my wonderful Cool. Let's take this, put this over here. I really like the look of this keyboard. It's a new to me board. Cherry MX Clears. I don't really know when I'm going to get to use it. But I'm looking forward to it. You know what's really odd is my video froze, but it seems like the thing was continuing on, so whatever. It's still working for you guys, right? As long as the stream's still working for you guys, I'll be fine. Actually, you know, I really like it just the way it is. It's one of those few keyboards, but this is, now, I wish Ripster was here because he'd know all the answers to this. But these feel like they're slightly raised. They're definitely not double shots. I think that this is what you would call laser etched. Because it's not dye sublimated. They've got a texture to them. Do you guys know what this is called? Pad printed. Yeah. Probably pad printed. So I'm going to take these off and start putting on my my crap bag unicorn keys. Yeah, pad printed, laser etched, ink infill, something like that. I'm genuinely not that sure myself. Do we know where the key puller is, Steph?
I had it.
Yeah, you just had it. That's the problem. Is there a clear coat? Probably lasered. I don't know. It's difficult for me to tell. Here, in fact, let me take one off and switch over to the other camera so you can see what I can see. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Cooler Master CM Storms, and it's the same sort of thing. It's like, it's printed on, and I can feel a bump where the arrow is. The bump is up, not down. So it's definitely like printed onto the key. The thing with this is, and I can already see it, again, it's a new to me board, but I can already see like a couple of them are starting to fade a little bit. So let's get them off. Have we got any noobs in the house today? Yeah, lasers, eh? Okay. Okay. Lasered, I'm taking your word for it. Lasered. You know what else we could have done? We could have gone to the cool website and figured it out. I'm sure they would have told us. I might switch camera views, actually. I might go back to the overhead view. Just so you guys can see my progress. Oh, Fuyu, you got your first mech a week ago. What, oh, so you are a noob then? Well, you know, noobs are welcome. It's not a derogatory term around here. What sort of keyboard did you get? With what switches? Nick Heller, are you a noob too? Logitech G9 910. Cool, with the Romer G switches, nice. I played with those only in the store briefly. I live in Manhattan, and it's difficult for me to find a store that has a lot of keyboards. So while I was in Dallas, Texas a couple of weeks ago, Steph and I got a chance to try our fingers on the Roman G's. They feel pretty cool. They feel pretty good. What do you think? What's your initial reaction to the Roman G's? Tasty Beach Swashbuckler. Are you a Dallasite? Cool. I'm down with the low noise. I'm married to a woman who prefers Cherry MX Blues, but I wonder if she just really likes to keep me on my toes. It's difficult to say. JC Beat says, "Oh no, I live in Texas, and we're proud of literally any mention of our state. I personally love Dallas. I love Texas. Love everything about it. We've got my in-laws live there, so love going to visit. Love being down in the heat. Although I say that, this last time we visited, it was pretty cold. It was unusually cold. I'm just back from Florida this week, and that was extremely warm, in the upper 80s or high 20s for those of you who know weather readings from the future. Fuyu, you say your girlfriend hates it. She hates what? The Roman G's? The MX are definitely one of the loudest switches. This is the Cherry MX Clear, which is it's a relatively quiet switch. The heavy spring means that it's more difficult to reach the bottom. And with the tactile bump, you can try to type without bottoming out. So, or as I just typed, that would sound like this. I've tried it. Nick Heller says, I've tried a ton of switches, and I still think the Matthias Quiet Click are my favorite tactile switch. It's one of the few switches that I've never... I have tried them, but I haven't really spent any time with them. It is one I would love to try soon. So I've got a Cherry MX green board that I want to switch. That I think is my plan, is go to a Matthias. Oh. Kronos Invisible says, you can hear the bump, right, Pete? Sorry, did I say you could hear it? I meant you could feel it. If I said that you could hear the bump... Actually... You kind of can. I mean, that's the thought of bottoming out, but you can kind of hear something. It's not like the click of the Cherry MX Blues, though. Here, I'm going to even hit one off screen. I don't know if you can hear that. It's pretty far away from the computer. From the microphone, rather. These Cherry MX Clears are tight. So Sunday evening before Christmas, anybody done any Christmas shopping yet? I haven't. It's gonna be a weird one. So one of the things, one of the reasons we thought we would absorb the cost of shipping from OneUpKeyboards.com was so that any of you guys who need a last minute present or want a last minute present can get in on that. But time is running out pretty quick. Basically, if somebody orders something now, you'll actually hear Steph mobilize as she starts to print out the packaging. TC Beat says, are MX clears notoriously tight? Yes, they are. And look at me go. Yeah, Nick says I bought myself gifts, and I think that's like the best way to go, really. You need to enter into an agreement where you can buy yourself the stuff you need, and somebody else can claim credit for it. Steph and I had an idea a while ago. We never really followed through on it. But what we would do is unwrap the presents that we were giving to the other person. That way we'd find out what the other person was getting. You know, so if I wanted a keyboard, I would buy it for myself and then have Steph unwrap it so that she would know what I was getting. We never really followed through on that stuff, did we?
No.
It's a good idea, though. These are tight. And I'm not going slow for the sake of the camera. I'm just genuinely... There we go. I'm just genuinely being normal about this. Nick, I'm just reading that list of stuff that you bought yourself. No wonder you're broke. No, seriously, Steph. An amp, DAC, GMK purple mods, blue mods, an Xbox One, and a Gun HHKB.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. And also the reason you're broke. Merry Christmas. Sweetie, can I ask you a favor? Could you grab me a glass of water, please?
Mm-hmm.
This Y key, she's extra tight. Christmas bonus with the paycheck. I was not on the receiving end of one of those myself. So I can't say for sure. Yeah, that is one good thing about Mass Drop, isn't it? You can buy yourself something for Christmas and then not receive it until March, so nobody really knows. They're just like, oh, that's a cool thing. Where did that come from? And you're like, yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks, honey. Yeah, great. Thank you. Just having a quick sip. Off camera. Yeah, again, I'm thinking about... Don't worry about the clears, man. It's just they're just a little snug. You don't have to worry about it, though. It just means that you gotta pry them to get off, but who cares? But the truth is, the keycaps have come off this board more than once, and it's still not getting a whole hell of a lot easier. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's Nick Heller's got the thing. Just don't rip them straight up. As long as you do the wiggle. And for those of you who don't know, the proper technique is this. I'll cut to a side shot to show you that again. The correct technique is to wriggle it back and forth. So you grab it by the middle there, like I do, and you wiggle it back and forth like that. The wrong thing to do is just to grab it and try pulling it straight up. That's the wrong thing to do. What you want to do is wiggle it. Wiggle it just a little bit. You guys are all probably way too young to know what that song is, but it was popular when I was a boy, so definitely time for a remake of that one. Do you know who it was, Steph? Wiggle it just a little bit? It's not Bananarama, is it? Come on, wiggle it just a little bit. Anybody? So you're saying that Romer Gs aren't MX compatible, aren't Cherry MX compatible? I didn't know that. I thought they were.
2 in a room.
What's that?
2 in a room.
2 in a Room is what?
Wiggle it.
2 in a Room is the name of the band.
Yeah, 1990.
1990. Sorry, Steph, you can't play that.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but it'll invalidate this video as containing copyright material.
Is it non-copyrighted?
What? Yeah, because 1990 is almost 50 years ago. I'm not that old. Going back overhead. Oh, let's play How Old is Pete? Nick says 28. Any other guesses out there? Taliban_OR says, link for those spools of wire. Brock hits it dead on. 38 it is. I am a 38-year-old living in Manhattan, New York City. .40 is right around the corner, and people have said that I'm wise for my age, so I don't blame you for saying 40. Chronos Invisible, very close. I feel like I'm 100 sometimes. Getting right to the squirrely end here. The only problem, as I've just remembered, is that I haven't laid out the crap bag keys. So it could actually take me a little while longer than I hoped. I'm pretty sure a few minutes ago somebody with the name Taliban OR asked me where I bought wire. And I'm pretty sure it's a bad idea to let them know where I did that. Smeed SMYG Bass. Yeah, I'm doing a keycap replacement at the minute. This is my cool ES87 Cherry MX Clears, and I've just taken off the stock caps, and I'm about to replace with my Unicorn Puke. I'll take your word for it, shall I? Whatever. Oh, all right then. What's best here? What if I put this up here and I start laying out? Like, I'm pretty sure the damaged goes. But you know, I knew it on my last keyboard, and now I can't actually use this key. Damage is damaged. Oh, damn it. This is going to take more than a few minutes, I think. What board did you own that made you fall in love with keyboards? When I was a kid, I had a IBM Model M. And I knew, every time somebody talked about awesome keyboards, I knew that there was like, I knew that somebody would be talking about that keyboard eventually. You know, so it was just a matter of really of waiting around. Don't expect me to be 100% on this, but I can roughly give it a go. Smeed Jabas. Are these SA caps? Yes, these are SA caps that I'm switching to now. Oh, which reminds me, I got a Christmas present from Ripster. I got to show that off. I'll do that in a minute. Chronos Invisible. I thought you were doing Triumph Adler. I'm doing Triumph Adler after this. This is my setup. This is my something to do while I was waiting for people to show up. I didn't realize that I would have 11 people in the room so quickly. But I will be doing my Triumph Adler very shortly. And the question is about where should we put it. I don't know the answer yet, so that's why I'm going to turn to you guys. No, on the Cherry MX green board, no, I'm getting rid of my Cherry MX green board. I won't own that for much longer. So actually, that is either going to go on a CM XT, which is a full-size keyboard, or we can put it on my KC60, but up to you. Ripster, well, he kind of got me a gift. I posted a picture of this keyboard online, and I have a Desk Authority keycap, but I don't have an RMK keycap. And he decided that he would send me a keycap, and there's a whole funny story that goes with it. So I'll share that with you shortly. But I'm just going to keep going through this and getting a couple more of these sorted out before I do. Because it's funnier if I tell you and show you at the same time. Oops. So I'm just holding a bag and randomly picking stuff out. See, here's my Desk Authority keycap. And that's going to be M, so that'll be that. Oh, is that the wrong key? Yeah, maybe that's... Oh my god. That's a tilde and not a comma. So that should be up here. You can see these are all double shot. These are all double shot SAs, so they're pretty cool keycaps. It's just a matter of which ones I want to stick where. That's obviously my long shift. E. This is a funny 4. This is my J key. That I know goes there. Is that right? That might be a little bit wonky. This might be my B key, or it might not be my B key. That's my 0 key, I believe. C, G. This is my M key, even though it's a W. Enter. Wow, the clearance on that is pretty minimal. Yeah, Kronos, I see you're still asking which board I'm going to put the keycaps on. And I'm going to let you guys help me decide which it should go on, because I'm not sure. I have one that's kind of a daily driver, or I could have one that's kind of a pretty board. I just don't know which the right way to go is yet. This tab key is the only key I'm not happy with, because it's a little bit different than the rest. Salvo. Maybe salvo should be for something else, and save should be my S. Can't remember what I used that key for. This is the weird part where I start going like, not 100% sure what the right order for these is. Like this one is a minus and equals, but it's actually supposed to be plus and equals. So like, do I use that? I'm not really sure. Home and insert, I know those two are good. B is break. This is a beautiful key, this one. My caps lock key is now a system key. That's a nice one. I think that the orange keys are from nuclear. That's my belief anyway. You can see I feel like I'm a long way from finishing this board. Oh, I can clip that off. These are Cherry MX Clears. Yeah, that is where the 7 is from. So a little bit of rearranging to do here. So you can see how many keys I'm really genuinely missing. So it's not perfect by any stretch. Function should go there. Meta should go there. This is an alt key. This is a super key. This is a control key. This can also be a super key, and this will be my 7. Okay. So the question is, what are these 3 keys, top keys here? So this one's going to be scroll lock, right? So what's the key that comes to the left of scroll lock? Anybody know? Yeah, for Steph's keyboard, it's a potato.
So that's fine.
What's that?
Print screen.
Oh, is that what it means? You would have done that for print screen? Potato camera? Doesn't matter, I don't have one, but I have QB-Scan. Okay, so home insert, so I need one that would be delete, and I think delete will be DEFCON, and insert is this weird one, and page down will be nuclear, and then this type of bracket goes here. I'm going to put that here. This type of bracket goes here. So this type of bracket goes here. Yeah, you guys can't quite see it. It's actually clipping the screen a little bit, right? But that's what I've done. So R was meant to be repeat, but that's where I'm going to put my new keycap from Ripster. H will be hold. Cat taught, I have no idea what I'm doing with. Oh, cat taught, let's do that for equal. Let's do, no, the other ones don't make any sense. Then I'm going to do, this is wrong. This is wrong. These should be 1 over. Those two should be like that. We'll say that again, Steph?
The azure and the teal leopold wrist rest and the ugly sleeve are all on the website.
Can you say it so everybody can hear you? Because you're saying that there's 3 new things on the website. What are they?
Randomly. There's a teal stained, a maple stained teal stained maple wrist rest. Fits a leopold, and an azure stained maple.
What color is azure?
Blue.
Okay.
But it's not the same blue that we had before, so I called it something different.
Okay.
And an Ugly's poker.
Oh, and the limited edition.
Ugly's poker.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They're all up.
They're all live as of right now. Are you going to post a link to Mech Market or something?
No. You can tweet or something if you want.
I could tweet, but I'm hosting a live show. Can you pass over the bag of essays? Because I need to replace a couple of these. You know what? I'm going to put this, I'm going to change what this one is and call this one a G. Because I think it's funnier. Guys, I'm doing this off screen only because my screen isn't big enough. But will this one fit? No, same problem. Will this one? Will this one fit? No, also the same problem.
You might need to stick that
Well, I can't really. That is an essential key. It's the backspace key. Okay, this one will work. This one will, but let me just look for one more second. Right, okay, so it has to fit this one. Closed container, why don't you fit? Would have been so funny. No, I think that's pretty much it. I feel a little bit like I'm sorting with Legos right now, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up sticking with that delete key. It happens. Alright, let's start plunking some other ones down. Oh, I was going to try to find a replacement for the minus. Just while I'm here, having a quick little browse. Yeah, I like that one. It's the same as my I key, but that's what makes it funny. Should I do it like this? Yeah, that one. It's not either of those two. That's just not true. Okay. I'll do the repeat instead of the question mark, because that's funny. And salvo sounds like say something, or quotation. And then the rest I'll just fill in as per whatever. I don't know how I've managed to do it, but I've come up one letter short. So just let me have a quick scan here. What letter am I looking for here? Oh, a squiggly bracket. Well, I might just use this key because it's brightly colored. That's kind of cool. Cool. All right. Kind of cool, this one. All right, sweet. Well, I think I'm done with this. That's pretty great. Oh no, wait a sec. The R, and I got a story and all that. Okay, let me first take out the R and tell you. So this is how the story goes. I post a picture of this to our mechanical keyboards, and Ripster says, you don't have an RMK switch, you should have one. So, in the weirdest twist of fate ever, I say, he says to me, message me your address and I'll send an SA one to you. So I did. And I said, I don't really have anything to trade for the moment. Do you want me to send you a couple bucks? And he said, nah, just keep making the good posts. And look, he signed it. He actually signs Ripster. Guy's incredible. But look what he sent. He sent me an RMK, which is awesome. And he also sent me back a 1-up keycap, which has to be the weirdest thing that's ever happened. I mean, how meta is that? The guy sent me a keycap for 1-up. I can't use the 1-up on my board. I cannot. It's a DCS, man. What was he thinking? There's my RMK keycap. That is cool as. That is super cool. Thank you, Ripster. Oh, closer to camera, please. Closer to camera. Here, I'll switch to my secondary. There's the new RMK keycap. There's the crazy 1-up keycap that he sent me, which is crazy because I sent it to him. I obviously sent him many. I sent him a couple so that he could also give them away. There's the 1-up keycap. Yeah, maybe he thought I was taking up too much of his storage space. I don't really know. But you know what he also sent me? What he also sent me was a little Lego man. And this is why I say he was my Secret Santa. He sent me minifigures. 1 Lego minifigure. And I haven't opened it yet, so let's open it right now. Is it all row 3? Yeah, I went with all row 3. The only one that's not row 3 is actually my tab button, which I wish was row 3. So this is still sealed. So I don't know which monster I've got in here. As you would expect, it's extremely difficult to get inside these. So that children age 0 to 3, I guess, can't choke on them? I don't know. Or just to irritate people who are 38. Difficult to say, for sure. Well, this is quite an elaborate one. Let's see what we've got here. What have we got here? Steph says my arm is in the way, but I'm trying to have my arm be in the way.
Yeah, but you want to do an overhead shot, don't you?
I can do an overhead shot. I'll switch to an overhead. These are the different possibilities. It looks like I have number 6. What is it, the fly? It must be the fly. It must be the fly. Okay. So here in his let's just get this all set up here. It's proving more difficult than I thought it would. Still more difficult than I thought it would be. Still proving near impossible. Hmm. Hmm. I think I need to take a screenshot of that. Oh, maybe I should get the RMK key to go with it. Just going to screenshot that. All right. Yeah. Is it Mothman or is it The Fly? I don't know. I hope it's Jeff Goldblum. Okay, putting this back on the keyboard. All right. Well, The Fly is going to hang out with us up there. In fact, let's put him right in the middle. Okay. On to the next. I was holding that bag of keycaps between my legs, and I think it may have done some damage. Oh, fellas, a reminder. Don't hold keycaps between your legs. Remember to get up and periodically stretch. Angelo, yes, your TA. Yeah, this is the Triumph Adler set that you sent. You didn't send it in the case, which I thought you would.
Not giving that away.
What's that?
Not giving that away.
Yeah, obviously. So the question, it's a really nice key set, actually. So the question is, I won't show off this prototype sleeve just yet, I guess. The question is about this keyboard. So I want to switch, this keyboard is my, sorry, let me just get it in frame here. This is my KC60, and I'm rocking this Cherry MX Clears, but it's currently DSA, and I've decided that I want to try something other than DSA for a short while. So I'm going to be taking this off of here. You can see I've got a black base with a silver underpinning. And the question is, do I want to put the Triumph Adler on here, or would it be better to put the Triumph Adler onto a full-size keyboard that I've got and put black vortex here. Now just give me 1 second so I can show you. Tasty beats. Oh my god, DSA Eve. And then he faints, he says. Pretty funny.
Mm.
Oh, that's that. I think it's in this case here. This is my full size. This is my full size. And so what I was thinking about doing, you can see it's stealth and it's black. I was thinking about putting these blacks onto this board because it's got the black base. And then putting the Triumph Adler, because it's a complete set, onto this because of the numpad. What do y'all think? Okay, so let's just make it clear. It looks like I've already got full-size votes. What do we want to put the Triumph Adler onto? Do we want to put it onto the full size or onto the KC60? Triumph Adler onto which board? Vote now. Yeah, this does have a red backplate. Full size, full size. Andrew Bishop says 60% for the win. So it looks like we've got 3 votes for the full size. Three votes for the full size. Oh, and then a bunch of you guys are saying don't do it. I didn't think that there would be a bunch of people saying don't do it. Okay, well, what about a different one then? What about a different one entirely? What about if I offered this up as a third choice? What's that?
Put it on that.
Why not? I could put the Triumph Adler on this bad boy. Yeah, the carbon Philco. Kronos is going yes, yes, yes. Simgas, yes. Tasty Beats, yes. Triumph Adler, it looks like you're going. Looks like you're about to meet your Philco here. Andrew Bishop also votes for the Philco. Steph, it looks like we've got a winner.
Then you're going to have to use the Philco.
I'm going to have to use the Philco. I should use the Philco. It's the Cherry MX Blacks that I'm not that keen on. But whatever, how could you not use it if it has Triumph Adler on it? No, they're not SAs on the 60%. These are DSAs. These are DSAs. So they're very flat keys. Here, I'll do a side profile for that board for you. That's the DSA. Can you see the profile on it? That's definitely a DSA. Well, the many have spoken, and the many have said, Triumph Adler is going on the Philco. That is not the outcome that Steph wanted, clearly.
You just don't use that board.
I know I don't use this board. I don't use this board because I don't like the Cherry MX Blacks. But it's difficult to deny it, you know? There's a couple of things with this board that are weird. One, the keycaps are weird. I mean, they're clearly ABS, but they're also it's so stiff. Even now, I find it really stiff. Whatever. He's spoken. You can buy Tasty Beats. You can buy DSA Eve from Keycaps Direct. I'm pretty sure they sell them. Pretty sure they sell them right now. Like you don't have to wait. You can just get them right this very second. All right, guys. Let's do this thing. Remember, guys, tonight is the last night to buy. Tonight is the last night, or you still have tomorrow morning to buy the. What the heck?
What?
That can't be right.
What?
It looks like there's spaces around these switches. That can't be right. There's no such thing as a Philco with a top plate that you can open the keycaps, is there? That can't be right. You see, there's spaces around there.
No.
Where are my little tweezers? No, I didn't think so. No, it looks like it should. There's like a little space there, but no. That should just pop open. If it was meant to be, that would have just popped right on open, and it's not popping open at all. Yes, please. Just off-camera Steph is offering me tea. I can't say no to that. Just gonna try with another one. No, it can't be. There's just no way that could. No, I'm well in there now. And if anything was gonna pop open, it would have popped open by now. Nope. It was worth an effort, but definitely not the case. The Danger Zone set looked sweet, says Andrew Bishop. It did look sweet. We're going to do some custom sleeves for that in the new year. Looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Pete, you should loom into modding black switches in the future. Yeah, but it's not just modding them. I have to desolder this thing. And when I desolder it all, then I wonder about this cable. I should probably replace this cable. But then it kind of defeats the whole purpose, the reason that we have this keyboard. The reason that we have this keyboard is really that it helps us show off fixed cable boards. And actually, they match in size the real force. So, I feel like I'm, as beautiful as this board is, insanely beautiful. It'll be a good chance for me to try out the GMK keys. Because, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And people say that they're by far the best. And if it improves this experience, and these keycaps here, these are ABS keycaps, so they're super light. And to have super light keycaps on blacks, it's insane. That's also kind of the reason I'm not that into DSAs on clears. Like it just makes it a little tougher than it needs to be. I think I'm preferring, since, and I say that this only since I've picked up the, look Ripster, I may yet get to use the 1-Up keycap. I really like the Zelios. That's the end of the thought that I'd started before I started diverting there. But like this by far is the most beautiful board that I own. Look at it. This carbon fiber thing with the Philco logo on the front like that. Like it is easily the best looking thing I have. And these stealth keycaps, it is a good looking board for sure. I do like linear switches, don't get me wrong. I really like the reds. How does the Philco sound to the key presses? Currently, it sounds like this. Steph, sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you wanted to know? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
I dropped a key, and it didn't make a floor sounding noise. Uh-oh. There it is. Sorry for the knock. Accidental. You know, it's kind of good that we did this. It looks like this could use a little bit of a clean. "13 viewers on here. Has everybody already said hello? Conversation's died down a little bit. Say hello. Thanks for stopping by." So in my other Secret Santa, I got a present from Norway. Very cool. So my present from Norway for a couple of you guys, Brock and who else is in there? Devin, XX7 was in there. You guys got to see me do it yesterday, but the gift from Norway included some goat's cheese, which is pretty cool. Brown goat's cheese indeed. Maybe when I finish this, I'll show you some brown goat's cheese. It was very tasty. Steph, do you want to pull it out so I can show it to these guys? I've only got a few keycaps left here. Yeah, just one sec. And do you want to grab a little knife or something so I can have a little taste of it? Oh yeah, we have a little bit of bread, right? Yeah, sure. Just some of the stuff we cut earlier is fine. And let's just pretend that some of you guys are... Did I taste the cheese? Of course I did. I'm just going to say that some of you guys might be noobs. And one of the thing about these Co-Star stabilizers, this is a Co-Star board. Both Philco and Cooler Masters are what are called Co-Star. That's the parent manufacturer for these. They have these little wires, and so just so you know, what you do is you pick it up, and then you push all the way to one side before picking up one end and then sliding out to the other. You can see, as I drop it, you can see that underneath there's these two little clear pieces, and I'll be using those on the new keycaps as I start to put them down too. Cool, so now all I've really got to do is just take those little bits off. And you wouldn't have noticed, but I will point it out here. This shift key fits on this side, and the long part of the stem reaches towards the back of the keyboard, so the long bit's that way. Just so you can keep it straight for future use. And the way to take these off, you're not to grab this top piece. What you do instead is pinch. Again, I'm not really sure how much you can see, but you pinch around this bottom bit here. Let's see if I can do this on the zoom cam. Trying to get that so you can see it. Basically, I don't know if you can see in there as I do this. I'm going to reach, and what I'm doing is putting my nails underneath that part. And as I get under it, that's when I pick it up. So I do that and that. Alright, just 2 more keycaps to go, and then have a little segue. Oh, this one's on real tight. Oh, that one's also on real tight. This one is not. That was easy enough. Switch back overhead. That also came off pretty easily. And then this. Oh, there, that one came. All right. That's it. All the keycaps are off. We've got a clean board here. I'm just going to go blow that over the trash bin in 1 second. Cool. But in the meantime, check that out. God, I've eaten it. I know it's not bad. I know it's actually quite nice. But it's still brown.
It's kind of sweet.
A little bit of water. So this brown goat's cheese. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know if the bread helps it. Nice little close up of my head there.
I think it's quite nice. I think still crackers might be better than bread.
It's not. Do you want the rest of this stuff?
No, I already had these.
Oh, off camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Camera.
nice.
You don't really need to eat on camera.
No, I don't really.
It's very sweet. I've never tried it, so very, very nice. Treat.
I say try the cheese with some honey on top. It tastes great. I don't know.
Maybe do that later.
How Zip Die says, "How's the lanolin level, Pete?" I don't know what lanolin is, but I don't know that you need to taste me. More or less than Chev. What is Chev? I mean, I speak French, but that's deer, isn't it?
It's goat's cheese.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Chev was a deer. I'm going to put the keyboard up here. I'm just going to start. Oh, no, I can't. I've got to. Which spacebar am I supposed to use on this? Do you know? Am I supposed to use the... Oh, boy, that's loose. Oh, she's loosey-goosey. Lanolin is the flavor in goat cheese and lamb. That slightly gammy, chemically flavor. Yeah, you know...
You don't like goat cheese.
I don't like goat cheese. I know that flavor, and that's the flavor that I don't like. But actually, I'll be honest, this cheese that he got me, it doesn't have that gaminess to it.
It's sweet. It's actually, there's a sweetness to it.
Do you guys have a forum or hang out in one in particular? Yeah, for sure. We hang out in our mechanical keyboards on Reddit. If you don't hang out there, you're a square. Steph says, be nice. No, but it's true. Come hang out with us. Stop being weird. No thanks, but I would like some of that Christmas cake.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought that was the offer.
No, it was for tea. The tea didn't automatically come with Christmas cake.
Did you hear that, guys? In this house, tea doesn't automatically come with Christmas cake.
With homemade Christmas cake.
Unfortunately, in this house, that's just not the way things roll. So I'm doing the old tape hack here by putting tape, and this is the enter key. There's the enter key that way. So the long piece is going to go that way. So now what you do is you just slowly wedge this in. Now, if I push too hard, then I will bust it, and I'll bust through the tape. So the tape, it's just like there'll be a hole in the tape, as opposed to the tape going into the hole. And you know what I did? I pushed too hard. It was jammed in there pretty good, but I still put a hole in the middle of the tape. I don't know if you can see that quite, but you can see there's a hole in there, and that's no good. That means it hasn't grabbed properly. Oh, so if you're not that into Reddit, just go to reddit.com/r/mechanical keyboards. Aaron Graves, yeah, most of these guys are. I am in a very fortunate position that I have a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. So there's a possibility that some of the guys might be from there. But I think for the most part, we're all RMKers. I'm just doing this again. I've just put another piece on off camera here. Just making sure I'm putting it the right way in. Yeah. There we go. These don't go all the way to the bottom, which is a little bit weird, different. That means the keys will do the same. All right, and let's start with this guy here. Put it on. Oh, put it on this side. Slide it all the way over. Slide it in. And push it down. Well, you know what? No kidding. That's already a better experience than I've ever had on this board before. That is actually the short shift, isn't it? I don't hang around much on Geek Hack personally. I know a lot of other guys do. I spend most of my time on Reddit and Desk Authority. But that's not to say that the people over at Geek Hack are not good people. What do you guys think? What does that look like? C plus? B minus? Don't worry, it tastes a lot better than it looks. See, I'm only saying stuff that. Oh, that is... I understand in one fell swoop. I understand. Yeah, these are just too... These holes are just far too big for these pegs. Are all the keys like that? Do you guys know? I'm just doing it again here. What? Yeah. We're down to just 9 viewers. So I imagine that Steph's Christmas cake put a lot of people off. What color spacebar did you say that I should go with? Which one is it? Is it this guy? Yeah, it's that guy. White or blue? I don't know yet. I need the long shift. So it is this white one, so I might as well keep that out. Or it could be that blue one. Steph,
What?
what do you think?
Blue.
What? Blue.
Blue.
You didn't even hesitate.
No.
You're just like blue.
I like colors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with blue. More tape, more hacking, more tape, more hacking. Okay, now I want to reverse spacebar, so that would be that way. No. No. Actually it works. Okay, long key, throw down here, and that's the long shift. That's a short shift. Now, you're not telling me that that's that shift. No, that certainly is not. There's the long shift. Guys, I'm totally going to run out of time for the USB cable. So if that's what you're sticking around for, I got a bad feeling. What are you saying? Not trying to hijack this chat. You're totally not hijacking this chat. You guys should talk about whatever you want. I'm really happy when you guys do this sort of thing. Exactly the opposite of exactly the opposite. I'm just placing keys on a thing. This is a great chance for people to connect, chat, talk about ideas. Totally. That's what this whole place is about. If you think I'd be upset in any way, you've got me completely wrong. I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. Again, don't be afraid to do it here, guys. Like, all good by me. I mean, as far as I can tell, everybody else will be able to hear the latest stuff. Like, even before there's announcements, there's people having ideas, and this is the perfect place to share it. In my humble opinion. Of course, if there's something that you don't want to share, that's totally cool too. Print screen is over there. But yeah, I'm down with it is basically what I'm telling. Oh, Steph, you won't believe it.
What?
Zip Tie says, Pete, tell Steph that I wore that for about 5 hours today while shopping. It's way cooler than anyone with a fanny pack. Fact.
Awesome.
Tasty Beats. Let's talk about how you totally want to sell me DSA. You convinced me not to take it off my board, dude. You convinced me not to take it off. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, I'd love to sell it, but I can't now. It's stuck on a board. I was in a room and I was talking to a bunch of people and they were like, don't take it off that board. Y'all be crazy. Yeah.
This is not available for us.
No, apparently it's all sold out.
Again.
I know, which is like, again? Damn it, that always happens when it's super awesome.
Don't rub it in.
I know, I'm awful, right?
I'm glad Zip Ties loves this bag. It was super fun to make.
Genuinely, Steph had a blast making that. She kept telling me how much fun it was. I thought you were going to post it on... I thought you were going to post the profile pics and stuff of that bag on RMK, but I never saw it. Did you post it, or did you change your mind, or... Yeah, I know, but I mean, he wore it out today, so I assume that it's in passable condition. Oh yeah, okay. Take care, Zip Ties. Talk to you later. Aaron, yeah, I'm getting used to it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I'm getting used to it.
What's that?
The deep dish rather than the tabs. I still prefer the tabs because my fingers just know where they are and I don't have to like adjust to it. But I'm getting better with it. That's not the problem that I had with that board. The problem that I had with that board is previously I had it on a flat profile, and I found that my shoulders were hunched while I was trying to. Zip Tie says, "Yeah, I wanted to put it through the paces." I found that my shoulders were hunched when I was trying to do that, so I got a new base for it so I could have it on a bit more of an angle. But I'm still, getting used to it. Totally. What do you guys think? How's this set turning out? Insert my least favorite key in the whole world. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:03.
10:03. Yeah, by the time I'm done this, boys, there's going to be no time left to make a USB cable. I'll have to save that for another time. This, the guy who put this whole thing together really is Aaron, formerly of Key Chatter. Now, I saw one of these, the actual real Triumph Adler, on sale on Mech Market yesterday. And I wanted $2,800 for it. Now, there's a lot of people in this game, a lot of real passion, a lot of real money. And it's, to be honest, quite addictive. I totally kind of understand it. Oh wow, I didn't realize this is also a deep dish keyboard. I thought for sure that this had, sorry to see the K there. I thought that this also had bumps on it. Did not realize. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're blue. This is special Triumph Adler blue. So the story of Triumph Adler is that it's an original keyboard from, I believe it's Croatia. And the dye that they used to make these keycaps originally was a dark blue, but they faded to be this very particular color. And that color is what is attempted to be replicated here. Well, I'm colorblind, so I don't really.
It's a really nice color.
Yeah, stuff's
really
going
nice
on.
Color. Quite blue.
It's not quite blue, did you say?
Yeah, well, it's a different shade of, like, it doesn't, your sweater's blue, your hoodie's blue, it's not the same blue. It's a pretty color, though. It's a really nice color.
That's not what gets me. These keycaps, and I know that they're supposed to be just like standard OEM key, not OEM, but the profile on these is insane. It's like they're so perfectly shaped. I don't know how quite to describe it, except that it feels like a keyboard from a different era. Yeah, Triumph Adler is the set, Aaron. I recently acquired this. I've been looking at it for a long time. I don't like buying group buys because they go wrong so often. The only time I've broken that rule was on the plates, the TKL plates. I actually encouraged other people to join in with me because I thought they were so cool. And I finally got them, and I bought a Phantom PCB to go underneath it. And what do you know? The plates are screwed. Brutal. Brutal. Well, they're not screwed. They're designed for a different PCB than the one I bought. So I've got a PCB that doesn't work with my, if you can believe it.
What does it have to do with the Triumph Adler set?
Well, the Triumph Adler set was a group buy, and there were a lot of problems with it. And it's kind of scared me off of group buys, to be honest. Look at what happened to my KC60. I mean, my KC60 took 4 extra months than it was supposed to arrive, and then people started reporting that they went dead on them. And like, I got lucky in that I have one that didn't go dead, but still, a lot of stuff goes wrong with group buys. And so it scares me off. And so Triumph Adler was much the same. I mean, I would have loved to have jumped in at the start, but I was just too worried that it wasn't going to turn out. And again, a shed load of people who bought Triumph Adler had terrible problems with it. You know, whether it was swirling problems, whether it was keycaps missing. I mean, it wasn't exactly the smoothest thing that's ever happened. So, I mean, I'm quite lucky that I bought a set after. And yeah, sure, you pay a premium for it when you do that, but I've got a complete set that everything is, you know, working. There were no delays as far as I was concerned. Anyways, that's my long version of the story of why I tend not to join group buys. Yeah, something a little not cool happening right now. Because I only have 1 keycap left and I have 2 holes on the board. There's the F. Okay, so there's that 5. Oh, did I miss the other 5? Oh. This is going to be the one that goes there if I can't find another one. Yeah, I did. I just missed the 5. Now, I personally would have preferred if this key had been that color. I know that you also get this key in that color, but I'm not that guy. But I understand that it's pure. This is the way that its author intended it. Do you or anyone else here have any thoughts on the upcoming S60-X from Centrint PC? I like Centrint PC. I think he's a dude. I have nothing bad to say about the guy. He's been a long-standing member of the community, and I think if you're going to go with a group buy, you should try to find somebody who's like that. I personally, if I was thinking about doing a 60% group buy, I would be choosing between going with Centrint and going with Leanne Dren. I'm a big fan of Leanne Dren's. I bought stuff off him before. I think he's a nice kid. So these are the scoops. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, this actually, believe it or not, this actually makes Cherry MX Black more enjoyable to use. I'm drinking tea just off camera. It's chamomile tea because Steph's trying to put me to sleep. But Steph, I'm going to get you to come over and try it.
The chamomile tea.
No. Just a keyboard.
Wow.
Come try it. Just for the feel of the keys.
I don't take very long. I don't want people watching me type.
No, whatever. Sit down.
Yeah, but, oh, you're right. I like the little things.
It's not bad though, is it? It's surprisingly good.
Oh, I can't type with people watching. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot stiffer than my blues. It's not bad. It's a lot stiffer than my blues. I'm not a blacks person. I like my blues or reds.
It is pretty, isn't it? Do you guys have any other questions about, the Triumph Adler set? It's already 10:15. Yeah, I think this was the right call to put it on this board. That is pretty pretty. Scoops. Who knew? I kind of dig the scoops on this, more so than I do on the DSAs. They're really these are really noticeable. That's pretty. This is, hello, late joiner. This is a Philco Magis Touch Ninja that I've just taken the keycaps off of and replaced them with the Triumph Adler set, which you can see here. Do I like blacks better now with those caps? Absolutely yes. Even just the heavier caps means I like it more. It's nice. It's surprisingly nice. But also the font on this is surprisingly kitty. Here, let me do a close-up. Do you see that the font has all these rounded pieces? What can I show you here? There's no hard angles. Even this D, it's rounded. The X, the lines on the X come to little rounds. The Z comes to little rounds. So the whole thing is it's kind of got this softness and kiddiness to it that certainly what I had on the board before didn't. I mean, look at how. That's not a great example. But look at how angular this little E is. See what I mean? It's so like hard edges. And now this E, it's all. Do you see how round everything is? You see on the Z, even the ends of the Z's are little rounds, and the ends of the X are little rounds. So it's different. That's for sure. Just trying to get it centered here so you guys can see it. Yeah, the homing keys. I'm a convert, man. I think if you asked me 10 minutes ago, I would have said, "Oh God, no, dishes, man. Why does it have to be dishes?" But now that I've tried it, it's actually like right away. Yeah, my fingers find that. I'm looking at the screen looking at something else, but I know where those are. Yeah, it's neat. When I was a kid, I had a keyboard that had D and K had the homing pieces on it, which is weird. Oh yeah, Aaron, we're on a delay, but I've been using my old Apple Standard, and I've gotten used to those bumps on D and K. Probably the minority who prefer them on those keys. That's what I was just saying. When I was a kid, I had them on the D and the K, and that's where I was used to it. And you know, I've almost had to like retrain myself. Every time I do it, I'm like, no, they're supposed to be on these fingers now. But yeah, when I was a little kid, that's totally where they were, and that's how I learned to type. And I feel like. For years I had to relearn how to do that. You know what's funny? When I was a kid, I took typing class. I know, that's how old I am. I took a typing class on old typewriters, and at home we had a computer that had the D and K homing keys. And at school, where I was doing the typing class, it was on the F and the J, and it was just like, this is stupid. And I didn't almost fail the class. No, I did almost fail the class. In fact, they phoned home and told my parents that I was going to fail if I didn't start concentrating in class. But I just thought the whole thing was stupid, learning how to type at school. Like, computers had been invented. What do we need to type for? Anyways, here I am, years later, a typing enthusiast. You know what else is funny about that? At university, one of the courses I did worst in was the history of science, and I'm a mad fan of the history of science. Like, I love that stuff. I read those books for pleasure. I bought I mean, it's a while ago now, but A Brief History of Time, you know, because I like reading that stuff of my own. I'm constantly talking about Newton, and anyways, nearly failed it. Nearly failed my grade 9 typing class, and here I am, a mad keyboard enthusiast. Andrew Bishop, you learned to type on Yahoo Chat. Well, that just shows how much younger you are than me, because by the time Yahoo Chat came out, I was finished with ICQ and many, many other chat rooms. ICQ was the best chat room when I was a kid. For years and years. And AOL IM kind of took over after that. But nobody cared because... What's that?
Because it was AOL.
Yeah. And AOL kept sending out those shiny silver coasters. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
They were like bad frisbees, but good coasters. MIRC. Oh yeah, MIRC, man, that was the best. MIRC was the best. But now the IRC client that I use is called Lime Chat, I think. Let me just check here. Yeah, Lime Chat. It's pretty good. Like it's like they know about MIRC. Yeah, MIRC, man, that was so good, that program. Oh. Oh yeah, XChat. XChat's good too. It totally is. My first year in university, we used to play a hell of a lot of Duke Nukem. It was a couple years old, but we still played a hell of a lot of it. It was a good game. I don't know, bitch slap. No. And DDoS. What's DDoS? Like, are you trying to say MS DOS? Or because the other MS DOS, it wasn't MS DOS, was QDOS. And QDOS was okay, but MS DOS was like way better, and you could run Windows 1.1 on it. Was it 1.1? No, it was. I had Windows at 0.9, Windows 1, Windows 1.1, and then Windows 3.1. Never had Windows 2. Oh, like DDoS is in denial of service from the 90s. They still use that now. A DDoS attack is like the most prominent type of attack on the internet. And that's always the joke. When you hear that Anonymous took down the FBI website, what they're saying is FBI.com got DDoSed. And I'm like, it's so, what the media thinks is, oh my God, these kids are destroying the universe. And what they're really hearing is, oh, they tore down a poster for the FBI. Because that's all that, like FBI.com, seriously. Like what sort of crazy stuff do you think happens on that website? Nothing. That's like some advertising agency's website whose client is the FBI. The FBI doesn't actually use that as a portal. Anyways, that's always my funny thing. Like when you hear news stories about that sort of thing, or Anonymous takes down FBI.com. No, not really. Not really. I mean, I'm sure there's people who are doing some really crazy stuff out there, but what was the name of the website where you could download all the viruses and stuff? Hasta la Vista. HastaLaVista.box.sk. That was an awesome site. But that's the thing, I mean, you can go onto YouTube, and I suggest you do, because it's very interesting. If you go on and watch some of the actual FBI videos for when they were watching Sony being taken down, and these guys are using like basic tools, like really basic tools, stuff like FTP stuff. They're using DDoS stuff. They're logging into websites using like what's it called, with brute force attacks. Like it's really like it's probably not as sophisticated as you probably think it is. If you were on the internet in the early 90s, you probably know how to do that stuff just because you were trying to keep your computer working. Tasty Beats, I'm serious, you should totally design that key set. MIRC would be very thankful. You know, I'm really into Raspberry Pis if you guys watch any of my other videos. And if you don't, you should totally subscribe right now. But the Raspberry Pi, he's got it totally right. You know, he's kids these days, they have no idea what they're doing. They're all just using Facebook and they have no idea like how things work. I need a Zero as well. I don't know where you'll find one. But like all things, I couldn't find a Raspberry Pi 2 when they first came out, but eventually I got my hands on one. Oh, here, I'll show you something cool actually. Just today I did a video. Oh, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Steph, what did I do with it? What did you do with it?
I didn't do anything with it. Is it down there?
I thought I put it on top of these two.
Under one of those? Underneath the cabinet? In the cabinet? Keep something nice. Explain what you were going to show people.
Yeah, Magpie, or wait until they restock in January. Yeah, I'd love to get an issue of Magpie. That would be cool too. No, I wouldn't put it in my bag. That's the Raspberry Pi 2. Well, I had an orange Pi. I have an orange Pi. It's around here somewhere. I just need to find it. Just give me one sec, guys. Oh, that's weird. You know, I just had it a couple of hours ago. Did a review. Sorry. I do have water. Did a review of it a couple hours ago. Put it down. No idea where it is. Speaks volumes to the state of the apartment at the moment. Well, we do live here, as well as run one of keyboards out here. I can't stress enough, guys. We're totally going to get an email on Tuesday that says, we're totally going to get one tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. saying, oh, just before you go, can you totally send me out a whatever? And we won't be able to. Really, this is your last chance to buy a sleeve. If you're on One Up Keyboards now.
Oh, here it is. It fell off behind the speaker.
Oh. As they do. There it is. I reviewed it earlier today. I'll post that video in a couple of days. But that, it's pretty cool, the orange pie.
Raspberry, banana, and orange. Make a smoothie.
Oh, you could make a smoothie. Oh, Andrew Bishop, that's totally the way, dude. That is totally the way. All right, Aaron, it was awesome for you to stop by. Thanks, dude. Well, I'm going to start to wind down, guys. But that's not to say you can't keep the chat going. I see there's only 6 people left in here, but totally keep the chat going. I'll be back in a second. This isn't food, dude. This is an orange pie. It's not a food pie. It's an orange pie. Here, just quickly. Yeah, that was fun. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, stop by anytime. Say hello. I'll see you on Reddit because I'm freaking always on Reddit. Oh, I did post cheese. And if you can hear me sloppily eating that cake. There's the orange pie. Look at this with this crazy side USB 2. Anyways, you guys came here for keyboard coolness, not for my orange pie. If I can totally get this in this way, it'll be better inside the box. There we go. Still doesn't want to go in. Still doesn't want to go in. There we go. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me for tonight. Thanks again for coming by. I'm going to start signing off here. I have the two signs that say thanks for stopping by.
They're under your keyboard and on top of mine.
Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section below. If you guys were here for the live chat tonight, don't forget that these videos are posted as video on demand, and you can catch up with people who have questions later on and answer anything that they may be asking you guys who participated in the chat. Thanks again for watching.